What is going on, everybody? It's Sam here at Anytime Chess, and today we're going to talk about how to win every single chess game. Before we start off, I need to let you know that this is not a tutorial on how to play chess. Okay, so if you're here, I'm expecting that you know how to make the basic moves. I'm expecting you know that how every piece can move, and the way they move and all that stuff. Okay, so I'm expecting that you know the basics. Okay, if you don't know the basics, I'm going to make actually a video in the future. Just write in the comment section. I'm going to make another video, a tutorial on how to play chess and how to actually do the basic moves. The second thing you need to have in mind is that this is not something that what I'm about to teach you today is not something that you can just easily apply and be able to win every chess game just like that. You need to practice. Okay, you need to learn the concept and apply it and try to practice. The more you practice, guys, the better you become. So it's very important for you to practice. Before we start off and talk about the two concepts I'm going to talk to you about, let's make this whole thing sort of philosophical. Okay, think of chess as a war. Okay, think of chess as a war between two armies, the white army and the black army. Okay, two countries, two armies. Okay, if two armies have same number of soldiers, if they have same number of weapons, okay, let's say they have same number of soldiers, same number of weapons. Okay, they both have similar number of tanks. Everything is equal. Okay, as far as technology is concerned, they are both they are very advanced. They have really good technology, and everything is completely equal. So all the different things are completely equal. Okay, so in that case where there are two armies and everything is equal, which army do you think will win? Well, the answer is simple. The army that has better strategies is the army that is most likely going to win. So strategy. My point here is strategy. Strategy is very important in chess. Why? Because we have two armies that they have same number of pieces. They have equal number of weaponry. Everything is equal. So the only thing that determines who wins is strategy. Okay, strategy is very important. Now we're going to talk about the two concepts, and we're going to start off with centralization. Okay, what is centralization? How does it work? So the whole idea of centralization is having control over the center part of the board. Where is the center part of the board? This is the center part of the board. These four squares: square 1, square 2, square 3, square 4. These are the center parts of the board. So when you want to start off the game, every single move that you make is important. So don't try to waste the game. Okay, the first thing, the most important thing that you need to have in mind when you're playing the game is centralization. Okay, is having control over the four pieces, over the four squares. So a good move to start as white would be bringing this right here. Okay, you want to control these four squares. Okay, is this a good move to start the game? No. Why? Because you're not using the concept of centralization. You want to have control over the center of the board, so you bring this here. And your opponent is smart too. He knows that he needs to have control over the center of the board, so you bring this piece here. Okay, and then you might bring this piece here so that you can have control over this square right here. Okay, and again, he's smart, so he's gonna fight over this square as well. You see, guys, we're not focused on these parts. We're focused on these parts, and more specifically this square right here. Okay, we're fighting over this one square. We want to make sure we get control over this one square right here. So what I would do is to bring this right here so that I can have equal number of control over this square. With this I control here, with this I control here as well, and then we're equal. With this he controls here, with this he controls here. Okay, now what's a good move to make? Okay, so that's the whole concept of centralization. You want to make sure you have control over these 4 squares as much as possible. Okay, you need to fight over that. We're not concerned about these parts. We're not concerned. When I said we're not concerned, obviously you need to be cautious and make sure that you don't, forget about these parts, that he somehow, makes an attack on you. But your main focus, the main thing you need to be thinking about is to getting, control over these 4 squares and fight over them if you have to. Okay. The next concept that I want to talk to you about is the concept of using full potential of your pieces. What do I mean by using full potential of pieces? What does it mean to take advantage of your pieces in the best possible? Okay, let's take this piece right here as an example. Okay, let's say if you want to move these, how many options do you have to make a move on this piece right here? Okay, let's say it's your turn. Well, you can bring it here, 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 you can bring it here. Okay, when we say we want to use the fullest potential of our pieces, it means bringing our pieces to the enemy's ground or as close as possible to the enemy's ground. Where is the enemy's ground? Okay, there is an imaginary line here from number 4 to 5. There's an imaginary line here. Below this line is your ground. Above this imaginary line is your enemy's ground. So when we say we want to use the highest potential of our pieces, it means we want to bring our pieces into the enemy's ground as much as possible without getting threatened. That's the key word, without getting threatened. Okay, obviously I can bring this right here to use its highest potential, but obviously he's gonna hit it with this right here. Well, that's a dumb thing to do. You don't want to do that. You can also probably, maybe put it here, but that's not a very smart idea as well. Yes, we've brought it to the enemy's ground, but it can get easily threatened. He can do this, and we have to take it back, so we don't want to lose it. But what if you put it right here? Okay, are we using the highest potential of this piece if you put it right here? Well, let's think about it. Well, if he tries to bring this here to threaten us, we can just kill it, right? So he won't do that. What if he brings this here to threaten us? We can, again, we have this and we have this, so it's not going to do that. So yes, this piece, this square right here, at this situation, in this situation right here for this piece, is the highest potential. So we are using the highest potential of this piece by putting it in this square, in this scenario, in this situation. Okay, again, the same concept for every piece, same thing. What about a queen? Let's say it's our turn and we want to move our queen. Okay, let's say we want to use the obviously we want to use the concept of full potential of pieces. So okay, we could bring it all the way here, but is it a good move? No, because it's going to easily threaten us, right? So what about if we put it here? Is it a good move? No, because it's going to threaten us like that. We have to take it back. What if we put it here? Yeah, that's not a bad move. He can't easily threaten us, and we are using its highest potential. Guys, the closer you have your pieces to the enemy's ground, the more advantage you have. That's all chess is about. All chess is about is having an upper hand, is having more control over your enemy, more control over the board comparing to your enemy. Okay, so let's say I have all these pieces out, I have all these things here. Who has more control? Who is more likely to win this game? It's white. It's me right now, because I have a lot of good potentials here. I'm using a lot of good potentials on pieces. He doesn't have any good potential. I have easily controlled a lot of parts here. This horse right here has control over here. This has control over all these areas. This piece has control over here. This horse right here has control over this area. Okay, but what about him? not much. He only have his pawns, you know. He doesn't have as much as control as I do. So these are the two concepts, okay? The concept of centralization and the concept of using full potential of pieces. Guys, again, this is something that you have to practice for, okay? You have to play a lot of chess and try to practice and apply these two concepts, and I promise you that will really improve your chess, and it will totally change your mindset about how you are playing chess. You know, it's all about mindset. It's about knowing what you're doing, okay? If you don't know what you're doing during a chess game, you probably need to think more and watch this video again, because you want to make sure that every move that you're making, there's a reason behind it. You don't want to, you know, just do pointless moves, okay? I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please give it a like and subscribe to my channel, because I upload a lot of videos of me playing games against different countries, against different people, and please watch those games, because those can really improve your chess skills as well. Once again, thank you for watching, and have a nice day.